Using the ball for our warm-up today, really actively pressing into that ball. Parallel stance, roll it down through the spine, lift and stack the shoulders up. One more time, and then we take a deep plie down and up. Stretching those arms up overhead, biceps by ears, but relaxing the shoulders down the length of the spine. Feel the crown of the head pull all the way up to the sky. We're holding it up in just a moment to find our knee lifts, right and left. Driving the knees up towards the chest to warm up through the core and through the hips. Good, there we go, we got it. Keeping that belly in nice and tight to protect the low back. We're adding the arms in just a moment, pulling that ball down towards the thighs. Still bringing those knees up nice and high. We're taking one more round of 8, and then we're adding a twist, turning the torso towards each side of the wall in 2 and 1. Here we go. We take it, twist and twist. Obviously, if you'd prefer to stay center, absolutely have at it. You can also keep those arms at shoulder height for any shoulder tenderness. Making it parallel to first, right here. Keep those elbows nice and high. Start to pump the palms in towards that ball, but relax the shoulders away from the ears. And then in just a moment, we're taking it first to second. Keeping those toes out, heels in, starting with the right side. In and out. In and out. Landing nice and softly down into that deep bend plie. Working on almost getting those thighs to be parallel to the floor if you can. Now if you're ready to get your heart rate up, let's add a jump. Of course the jumps are totally optional here. Take it or leave it, but if you are jumping, you want to land back into that bend. So protecting the knees, protecting the spine. Holding here, twist, right and left. So keep the knees rolling back behind you. Keep that tailbone nice and low so the movement's coming from the torso. The ball is going to go underneath the left hand onto the left thigh for some side reaches. Again, keeping that body nice and low, the lower body nice and low. Good. Keep that right shoulder sinking away from the ear. Adding a tendu lift if you're ready to add on. Getting a bigger range of motion, reaching those fingers towards the left as you send those right toes towards the opposite side. Getting ready to take it back to that twist in just a moment, reaching those fingertips forward with that ball in between the palms. Twist left and right. Again, come back to those knees, rolling back behind you, the shoulders sinking down the length of the spine, really warming up through that core. We're going to take the ball underneath the right hand this time, just repeating it on the opposite side. Stretch the left fingers over and down. Pulling the left elbow in towards the side of the body. Ready for that tendu tap every time you stretch those fingers towards the right. Right here, we stretch it up and down. It's up and down. Good. Feel those fingers reach out as those toes reached in the opposite direction. We're moving on in just a moment. We're taking a Saturday night fever, reaching the ball all the way down to the floor on the right and then twisting on the ball mounds of the feet to turn to the opposite side of the room. Good. Your challenge is to get that big old level change all the way down and twist, holding here, single lunges down and up, down and up. At one point, both of your legs will be in a 90-degree shape. So the front thigh and the back shin are working to be parallel to the floor beneath you. We hold it at the bottom. Find 8 tiny pulses and get ready to shift your weight forward. We're going to find a knee to elbow movement here. In 2, nice and slow to set it up. Again, in for 2, reach it, find a nice big bend within the left knee, and then start to take it to tempo. Now your challenge is to keep that deep bend within the left knee and not find any sort of bouncing here. Good. Always an option to tap those right toes down to the floor if you need a little bit of support. Let's go straight back to those knee lifts. So we're going to repeat the entire series on the opposite side. Getting ready to pull that ball down towards the thighs. Again, driving the knees up to the chest. And then we take that twist. Turning the shoulders to the opposite sides of the room. Pointing through those toes. And getting ready to take that parallel to first. So again, the elbows go nice and wide. Don't mind my shoulder. I was having back spasms, so I'm like totally lifted in the left side. Toes in, toes out. Toes in, toes out. I didn't realize how lopsided I was until I see this video. So we hold the out first to second, starting this time with the left side. In and out. Again, if you want to stay here, you don't have to jump. But if you are ready to get that heart rate up, get that jump in, it's your final chance to jump in the warm-up. So take it or leave it. Again, landing nice and wide into that plie. Now we're going to go straight into our Saturday Night Fever. This time we're going towards the left toes in just a moment. Twist down, turn to the front, down and up. So again, twisting on the ball mounds of the feet here so you protect the knee joints. Your hips go towards the back and then they turn towards the front. Holding in just a moment for those single lunges down and up. This time left knee hovers off the floor as you find that low potential. As we find ourselves meeting at the bottom, we hold and find tiny little pulses, so find your very lowest potential just for 8 here. Getting ready to shift your weight towards the right leg. We take that knee in for 2 and then pull it out for 2. Again, if you want to, the left toes can touch towards the floor. And your challenge is to not find that bouncing sort of movement. Just hold a nice deep control. Good, nice proud chest with the collarbone is reaching forward. This is it for our warm-up. We're going to meet in a parallel stance, so just take a deep breath in and up to finish here. All the way up, lifting through that low back. And then that's it. That's your warm-up.